Hello, everybody. My name is
Hello,
Luna,
I'm Knobbe.
and welcome to the Staytiny podcast.
Staytiny zone. We're in the zone.
AutoZone.
I'm the
Woo!
one in my zone. Hello to anyone listening. Hello, hello.
We're awkward. You just gotta, you know what?
Just roll with it.
We are a new K-pop podcast. We're mostly going to be talking about Stray Kids and Ateez. Kenobi is more of the AT size,
I'm the A-teeny here.
and I am the Stay here
Welcome all. Welcome to all the Staytinies out there and
because
anyone else.
we're not going to just be talking about like Stray Kids and ATs. We're going to be talking about K-pop in general. We're not one of those bitches that are just like, I only like this one group. Why do you like them? Shut the fuck up.
Open to
Stay
all.
stay in your lane.
We're open to all. We have an
Also,
open mind.
also too, we do cuss a lot. So
Yeah, sorry. Just how it is.
I'm not sorry. Why the fuck you sorry?
Because I am. I don't know. Maybe they didn't read it. Maybe they didn't see that it's an explicit podcast. I don't know.
Yeah. So if you're a child that is like 9 to 12, please don't listen to our podcast.
I mean, you know what? Maybe listen to it. I don't know. That's up to
Yeah,
you. I
you
can't tell
might
you what to
learn
do.
something. You might learn something.
I learn a few words.
But welcome to our podcast.
No.
You'll get to know us more, but just a little introduction on us. Kenobi and I met through a Discord server. Our good friend Ryan, he
The
is,
Ryan ASMR. Shout out to him.
yeah, shout out to the ASMR Ryan.
Ryan, if you're
Without,
listening, we love you. Thank you.
yeah, thank you, because honestly, without you, this would not like be possible. Our friendship wouldn't be possible. This whole entire podcast I do, it just wouldn't be possible. So, like, honestly, dude, without like you and your Discord, none of this would be possible. So, give a round of applause for Ryan.
Yes, yes. Such a homie. He's a real one.
He's a real one. He is kid friendly, so do listen to his YouTube channel though.
Yeah, the
What?
ASMR Ryan YouTube
Yeah,
channel. Anyway,
alrighty.
but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what the podcast is, who we are, just a basis of Stray Kids and ATs. Know more about them. If you don't know about them, what the hell are you doing with your life? Okay? You're missing out.
Exactly. So this is just kind of like our introduction. Like, we're not going to spend too much talking about them because that's going to obviously be later on in the episodes. This is more of like an introduction to our podcast, what we're actually going to do.
Just a little introductionary. All right. Well, Luna, do you want to go first? You want to talk about yourself? Who you are, what you are, how you came to be?
How I came to be.
Wait, actually, we don't need to get into that. Just tell us
That,
about you. Tell us about you.
that, I'm 23 years old. I'm not going to tell you what state I reside in because you don't need to fucking know. But I'm from the South, as you can tell. So the more you get to know me and hear me speak, you're going to obviously just hear my country accent
You'll know. Yeah.
with things that I say. Yeah, I'm 23. I've been a K-pop stan since 2017, 2018. I knew a girl in high school. She was the biggest Koreaboo. We don't fucking stand Koreaboos.
No, we did not. Hate
But
them.
she was the biggest Koreaboo that I know, and she was like obsessed with these K-pop groups. Like, I think one was Astro. BTS was obviously the biggest one. She was just like, "Oh, I really think you'll like this song," and she showed me DNA by BTS, and I
Wait, hold
forgot.
on. No way you got into K-pop from DNA. Because I did
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, DNA was the first, and I was like, "Oh, this shit's kind of catchy." Well, I think it was
Good song,
Fire
good song.
was that. I was like, I really like them. So BTS was obviously my first group I ever stand. And then wasn't like really too into them. I liked their music, but I really didn't know their names, their positions, or anything about them until the fake love era. And then as soon as the fake love era came out, I was like, you know what? This shit's fire. I
Iconic.
like I like this shit. So I was like, okay. And then I just started getting more into the K-pop fandom. I started learning about Twice, Stray Kids, obviously, TXT, 17. Then I learned about soloists like Hyuna, Jessie, Psy. Honestly, everybody knows fucking Psy. Psy is the original OG of everybody listening to K-pop. Because if you was not listening to Gangnam Style in 2000, what, like 13?
Something like that, I think. It's a rite of passage, you know?
Yep. And then COVID happened. Things happened during COVID. I got out of the K-pop fandom, did not stay up to date with anything, like not even BTS or nothing. I just completely dropped out of the fandom. And as of like last year, I started getting back into the fandom. I was like, oh, let me catch up on what BTS has been doing. Then them bitches bounced, went to the military. And then I was like, you know what? I like straight teeth. Straight teeth.
That's all right. I mean, hey, you had Stray Kids and Ateez in your head. I can't fault you for that.
I mean,
No
I
one can
did.
fault you for that.
I mean, I was kind of like in the middle of like listening to them both, Stray Kids and ATs. And I was just like, I'm going to stick more to Stray Kids because their music was kind of more I was into. And Twice. I love Twice. That's a different day. So I'm
Here we are.
still very kind of new, not really new to the K-pop fandom, but I am rejoining. So I'm still learning Stray Kids, just like you guys are
Well, welcome
with this
back.
pod.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, 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 yes.
Tell us about your journey.
Oh, well, as you maybe heard, maybe you didn't. My name's Knobbe. Yeah, we're just gonna skim over the fact that it's like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Okay, heard it all my life. Don't need to hear it again. Thanks. I'm almost 20 years old, so little younger than Luna. Not by too much, but a little bit. I have been a K-pop fan for God, almost 6 years now. And funny enough, I got into K-pop from BTS. I saw it was a thing on Snapchat, like those Daily Mail stories, whatever the fuck they were. And it was something had to do with BTS. I don't remember exactly, but I saw BTS and I was like, I wonder what
BTS
that
paved the
is.
way.
Honestly, I was like, I wonder what that is. So I looked them up, and the first music video that came up was DNA. So I watched it. And let me just tell you, okay, I fell in love as soon as I heard Jungkook whistling, okay? I'm just gonna say it. I heard the little like whistle thing. I can't do it, but I heard it and I was like, this shit good. This shit, chef's kiss, okay? So good. Then everything went, you know, extreme uphill. I at one point stand like 15 or 20 groups. Don't ask me who, because honestly, I don't quite remember. Few of them were like 17, Stray Kids, BTS, TXT, CIX.
CIX.
I'm
Forgot
sure
about
it's
them.
something, I don't, I mean, I just call them CIX. ATs, obviously, NCT, all of NCT, like all fucking 100 of them. I knew all their names at one point. Don't
They're
ask me
fucking
really
army
any of them.
themselves.
They're just the K-pop,
They could
you
make
know,
the whole
they are
entire
K-pop.
Korea. They could make the whole Korean military themselves.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So it was like peak, stood so many groups. It was hard to keep up. Honestly, hard to keep up. Then 2021 rolled around. I moved away from my hometown and just kind of strayed away from them. Didn't really like take a break. Like actually, I was just kind of stopped listening to it from about 2021, 2022. Listened to other things in the meantime. I don't even really remember. I think it was like maybe metal, maybe pop. Just wasn't K-pop, which kind of sad, but it's okay. And then 2023 rolled around, first part of 2023, I still wasn't really listening to K-pop. But then, honestly, you don't know this, Luna, but I will say when we met and we started talking about K-pop, it made me really want to get back into it. Okay? So thank you.
You're
Props to you for
welcome.
getting me back into it. What actually also got me back into it was Stray Kids released S Class. Okay. I watched that shit 100 times, probably more. That was such a good music video. Another chef's kiss. Okay. Came out with that. And
Wait,
then,
hold up. I'm
mm,
gonna stop you there because S Class just recently came out.
that's what I'm saying.
You, so you didn't listen to him when Maxident came out? Because that's how
I did a
I.
little bit. I was, start of 2023, I was going back and forth between some K-pop songs and other songs I was listening to, but it wasn't like constant. Like I maybe
Mm,
listened to a K-pop song, I don't know, once a week, maybe less. It just wasn't often. I have heard newer songs at the beginning of 2023, but not too much. I also saw Super, I believe it was from 17, which that is really good. I know you don't listen to 17 as much, but that was another chef's kiss, okay? And then, okay, Ateez came out with Bouncy, okay? And mind you, little backstory, I have been a fan of Ateez since they debuted. So back in 2018, since they debuted, maybe by a couple months, I've loved them ever since. Okay. My bias back then was Yosung. Love you. I mean, I still love Yosung. Don't get me wrong. I still love Yosung. Basically, all of ATEEZ was like my bias record. Okay. All of them were. But I will say the main one was Wooyoung. Okay. Put that out there. Anyway, Bouncy came out. Okay. I watch that shit every day. I'll tell you, I watch that at least once a day. And it's been months since they've come out. I still watch it. I still watch it, and that's what really got me back into it. And now I only exclusively listen to ATEEZ and nothing else. I love Yosong, but he's now just one of the bias wreckers. My main, my ultimate, can never be replaced is Uyung. I'm in fact wearing a Uyung shirt right now. I have his photo card in the back of my phone. I have bracelets. I have so many things of him because I love him so much. That's where I'm at. I'm just currently only obsessed with ATEEZ. Listen to them on repeat constantly every day. That's me.
yeah, that's us. I
Take it or leave
guess.
it.
I guess now we should introduce like a little bit more about who they are, but like honestly, it's
You should
not
just
that much.
know. You should just know. If you're listening to this and you don't know about them, why are you listening? I mean,
Exactly.
obviously to learn, but like still,
We'll tell you the basics. I'll start the
tell us about
nightmares.
Stray Kids, about Bang Chan, Felix.
Nah, girl, we got Hyunjin.
All
If you
right.
don't know, Hyunjin is my bias, and everybody else is my bias wrecker.
I can't tell you guys how many things she sends me on a daily basis about Hyunjin. I do the same with Uyung. I'm not gonna lie. We talk every day, mind you. Like three-fourths of our conversation is just about Hyunjin or Uyung. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
And then hold up. I was gonna say this too. Whoever is making these edits on TikTok about AT, stop making song cringy. I'm tired of it. That's a different episode that we're going to get into. But
Don't get
PSA.
ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Tell us a little bit about Stray Kids.
So,
The kids that are stray.
Stray Kids consist of 8 members now. There was 9, but just like Bruno, we do not talk about the ninth member. If
We
you
don't talk
really,
about Bruno.
really want to know about the ninth member, just look up Stray Kids and talk about the forbidden
W
ninth
word.
member.
Yeah, we
With
don't talk about him.
I don't want to give him more spotlight than what he already has. Plain and simple. But Stray Kids consist of 2 Australian members, Bang Chan and Felix. They are from
Woo, woo.
Australia. And then you have Hyunjin. Then you have Jeongin. Then you have Changbin. And you have Sunmin. And then you have Bang Chan, Felix, Hyunjin, Sunmin, Jungjin, Changbin. Who else am I missing? That is a men.
Jisung and
Yeah,
Lino.
yeah, Lino
I
and
got you, that guy.
yeah.
Jisung or Han.
I call him Jisung. Everybody else calls him Han. I call him Jisung because
Honestly, call him whatever you want.
Stray Kids, and they also have subunits as well. We'll get more into the subunits probably next episode when we talk more about them, but this is just basic introduction to them because they have 3 subunits. So yeah, that's just the basic. Like I said, this is more of like introduction to who we are, who our podcast is, and just the basics of the members.
Period.
Period.
Anything else?
No, because there's too much to get into for this first episode.
All right. I'll take the lead then. I mean, obviously, I have Ateez. I mean, what else you expect? I'm not going to have another group. But Ateez consists of 8 members. This is in order of their age. You have Seunghwa, Hongjun, Yunho, Yosang, San, Mingi, Wooyoung, and Jongho. Love them all. Gosh, love them all, okay? They do have their own, like, they're not subgroups per se, they just are subgroups of, like, their birthday. So you have the Mats group, which is Seunghwa and Hongjun, because they were born the same year. Then you have the 99 liners, okay, who is Yunho, Yosang, San, Mingi, and Wooyoung. Okay, they're fucking crazy. I'm not gonna get into that. I swear, all of them are just on straight crack. Okay, I just think they are. You know. And then you have poor lonely Jongho, who's all by himself because he was born later than them. So poor
But bless
Jongho.
his heart.
Around the time of their pre-debut song, there was another trainee called Junyoung. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. But once they debuted, he wasn't with them and hasn't been with them since. So take what you will of that. They did, however, they were known as in their pre-debut as KQ Fellas, which there's a couple of videos of them dancing when they were KQ Fellas, and wow, just perfection. Okay,
I did see one of their videos and I was like, damn. I was
they
like,
are so good. Okay, like I'm just gonna say it personally. I think they are the best, but I'm also biased. Okay, so whatever. But personally,
I
I think they're the
do
best.
want to touch is that Stray Kids and ATs are actually really good friends. Most
Oh yeah,
people think like K-pop idols, like they all secretly hate each other and they just like put on a front, but no, they actually are close.
you were saying about how they're close. I mean, Wooyoung is like he says Changbin's his friend. I mean, he talks about it all the time. Him and Felix did a performance together. Like Felix actually like flung onto Wooyoung, like threw himself onto him in it. It was a really cool performance. I don't know if you've seen it, Luna, or if anyone else has seen it, but
Oh, of
it
course
is
I've
so
seen it
good.
because because I was watching like one of their vlogs or whatever, and it showed Chan backstage, and Chan is the leader of the group, and him and Felix are really close considering that they're both Australian, and they really did not know Korean until they got to Korea, so they both learned Korean kind of together. And Felix does still struggle with Korean. Not as bad now, but he does still struggle a little bit. So they're kind of, I wouldn't say more closer, but they kind of are closer, just a tad. And Chan was just literally like standing off to the side, watching the screen as Felix just runs and tackles Woo Young.
I've seen that. Yeah, his mouth is just wide open.
He's just like, are you fucking serious, Felix? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Such a great performance. Highly recommend watching it. I don't quite remember what it's called or what exactly song they do to it, but I'm sure you can search up like Young and Felix performance or something. I'm sure you'll find it that way. But 100% recommend if no one has watched it, which who knows? Maybe no one has from that's listening. So,
Is there anything else that we should touch on?
oh, back to us talking about how we're gonna do different things other than K-pop. We're gonna have a segment once a week, mainly on Fridays. We're gonna hopefully try to post episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Every Fridays, though, is gonna be a segment. It's not gonna be K-pop. It's gonna be a segment. We call it In Other News. Basically, we're just gonna talk about other stuff, anything happening in the world, any Reddit stories we want to read, TikToks, really, I mean, really anything. And if anyone's watching out there, not watching, listening, to this, and you have any ideas that you want, leave it on Instagram or TikTok or even Twitter, literally anywhere. We're on most social platforms. We're not very big yet, obviously. We're very small, trying to get a name out there. But if you have any ideas, if anyone's listening, feel free. We do it every Fridays. We're excited for it.
We're obviously going very deep diving into the cringe side,
Oh, yeah.
like I was saying earlier.
We're going to talk about so many things. I mean, we're going to talk about memes, TikToks.
Fan fictions.
Yes, cringy fan fictions for Ateez, Stray Kids, anything. We're also going to plan on talking about those gross, nasty stalker girls. I don't remember what they're called.
Sasangs.
Yes, hate them, okay? If you're one of them and you're listening, I hate you. Okay?
Yeah, like, and that goes for any K-pop group. When I was very actively into the BTS ones, like literally, it was just very crazy because one of the most prone to sayings that everybody probably knows if they're very active in the BTS fandom is the no pants girl. She literally went to the airport and like had no pants. And yeah, we
The no pants girl. Don't be the no pants girl.
just don't be a stalker, period. That
True. Period. Don't be a stalker. No one likes a stalker.
But yeah,
I'd say that's really it. That's us. That's the podcast. Wanted to kind of introduce us, who we are, what this thing is going to become, what we're going to talk about.
we're crackheads
Yeah,
ourselves.
we can go off on tangents, okay? Just bear with us. If it's a little awkward or, I don't know, just deal with it, okay?
Yeah,
Deal with
that's
it.
what makes us different from everybody else because everybody else is more cool, calm, collected. When you have two girls in their 20s just talking about K-pop, they're gonna be
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
But if it helps, I'm a Gemini.
I'm a Leo, so what a pair. What a duo. But we're on most social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, which is now X or something.
Yeah, it's X.
Yeah, weird. We're on YouTube as well. We're going to be posting our episodes on Spotify and YouTube, but you can find us really anywhere. We're just Staytiny Zone. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy. Anyone out there listening? Again, Ryan, if you're still listening, shout out to you.
Yeah, because
What a
man,
homie. Love
honestly,
him.
one of the best people out there. Alrighty, kiddos. Go to bed.
Kiddos and gals. See you next time. Thank you for listening to our first episode.
Bye.
Toodles.